Okay, so this is question 8 from the 2023 Higher Level Maths Junior Cert paper. Convert 7.5 kilometers to meters. Well, there are 1,000 meters in a kilometer, so we just multiply by 1,000 to give us 7,500 meters. Part B, a plane took off from an airport at T. Let's see, after a few minutes it was 7.5 kilometers from T and was 200 meters directly above the ground as shown. Using trigonometry to work out the size of the angle marked E in the diagram, give your answer in degrees to 1 decimal place. Okay, so this is basically a right angle triangle, so we have the opposite, we have the hypotenuse. So this is going to be sine then. So we're going to look at sine of E is equal to 200 meters over, now we have kilometers here, so we need to change that, which we've already done. So sine inverse 200 over 7,500 is equal to E, the angle E. So the angle E then to 1 decimal place is just 1.5 degrees. So that's straightforward enough. Second one, write 20 minutes as a fraction of an hour. So 20 minutes as a fraction. So that's going to be 20, it's going to be 20 over 60, which is 2 over 6, which is 1 over 3. So it's just a third of an hour. So it's 1 over 3. During part of the flight, plane P traveled 598 kilometers in 2 hours 20 minutes. Work out the average speed of P during this time in kilometers per hour to 1 decimal place. So speed is distance over time. So the distance in this case is 598. The time is 2 hours and 20 minutes. We've already worked that out as a third of an hour. So it's going to be 2 1/3 hours. So when you do that to 1 decimal place, you get 256.3, and that's kilometers per hour. Part D. In the diagram, each of the points A, B, C represents an airport. The plane travels 598 kilometers from airport A to airport B and then travels on to C. Work out the distance AC. Okay, so we've got to break this down into 2 parts. I'm going to call this distance here X, and I'm going to call this distance here Y. I'm going to work from there. So I'm going to look at this triangle on the left first. So it's a right angle triangle. We're going to use Pythagoras' theorem. So 598, which is the hypotenuse squared, is equal to 280 squared plus x squared. That'll give me x is equal to 500, x squared I should say is equal to 598 squared minus 280 squared. That'll give me an x then, just square root both sides. 598 squared minus 280 squared. That'll finally give me an x of 528.397 and so on. Now I'm going to work out y. So this is another right angle triangle, so we're going to use trigonometry here. We're going to say we have the opposite. We're looking for the adjacent. So this is going to be tan of 35 degrees is equal to 280 divided by y. Cross multiply, you get y tan 35 degrees is equal to 280. So that gives y then is equal to 280 divided by tan 35. When you do that, you get 399.8814 and so on. So we have x, we have y, all we got to do is add them together. So the distance is AC, so we're looking for the distance from A to C then is going to be equal to 528.397 plus 399.8814. When you add those two together and you've got to round to the nearest kilometer, you get 928 kilometers. And that's the answer, and that's this question finished.